Wonder shall never end. Less than 3 hours after the revelation of Tinubu's forged certificate, United Kingdom Nigerian nurses have been put on fraud alerts and asked to retake their board exams. After investigation, Nigerians all over the world have been put on red flag alerts. That means just because you are Nigerian, you will be denied access to international programs and benefits. I pity all the tribal bigots who are too myopic to see the domino effect of having a criminal at the helm of affairs. If a criminal is your leader, where is he going to lead you to? And how do you think the world would view you? It's bad enough. Nigeria has a bad reputation of scams. But having a scammer as the official leader is crazy. Like the biggest disgrace ever. This Tinubu matter so get as e be. The disgrace wey this Tinubu certificate forgery don cause Nigerians all over the world. Not be small thing. Anyway, e get this video wey I want make una watch. Make una watch and reach the end, my country people. Make una see how they take analyze how Tinubu take forge the certificate and how the Chicago State University take comply with the Nigerian man wey be Atiku Abubakar wey make us take know say Tinubu forge certificate. Make I not waste una time. Make una watch this video, my country people. Let's go there.
Of Bola Tinubu, Nigeria's president, and some of that record has now gotten a lot of Nigerians talking. We'll be dissecting the details and the alleged discrepancies in the president's records. Does he match what the president presented to the Nigerian people in Lagos State for the election of the president? How does that affect the Supreme Court, the appeal that's been taken to the Supreme Court? We'll be discussing this afternoon. The Chicago State University, CSU, has finally released the academic records of President Bola Tinubu to his opponent, Atiku Abubakar, in line with an order of an American court. Atiku, the presidential candidate of the PDP in the 25th of February election, had requested the document to back his allegation of forgery of a CSU, the Chicago State University certificate, against the president. The allegation of forgery was one of those dismissed by Nigeria's presidential election court in the suit Atiku filed to challenge the election of the president, Bola Tinubu, and his party, the APC. Despite the court's ruling, Atiku continued his case and the U.S. court, hoping to get official documents to back his claim and possibly include them in his appeal at Nigeria's Supreme Court. Well, he's gone to court to file that appeal, and there are several prayers that has made and positioning, which the lawyers of Mr. Atiku Abubakar says the judgment of the PEPT was a miscarriage of justice. The U.S. court on Saturday ordered the university to release the records within 48 hours. That has happened on Monday. That was presented to Mr. Atiku's lawyer. Loads of documents were connected to Mr. Tinubu's education at institution, and copies of certificates with names issued to other persons about the same time the Nigerian president finished from the school in 1979. It also contained Mr. Tinubu's admission records and a letter dated 27th June 2022, confirming that he attended the university from August 1977 to June 1979, majoring in accounting. He said letter. The letter said that Mr. Tinubu was awarded Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with honors on the 22nd of June 1979. These are some of the copies as released by the school, as shown on your screen right now. And you probably will be able to see more of it as we go on that conversation. Mr. Kalu is a legal practitioner. He joins us tonight to give us a sense of Mr. Atiku's foray in the United States, his plea to the U.S. court, and what the implications might be for the Nigerian Supreme Court when that case comes before them. Thank you so much, Mr. Kalukalu.
Thank you, Mr. Shehu.
I appreciate it. What do you think is Mr. Atiku's intention of going to the United States about Tinubu's records?
First and foremost, let's set the record straight that by the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, precisely section 137(1)J, that once you present a forged certificate to INEC, you are not qualified to run. That is the highest law we have in Nigeria. And after that, we now have the Electoral Act 2022 by section 134 of that act, that a contestant of an election can challenge the outcome of that election on several grounds. And one of the grounds is on qualification, which the 1999 Constitution has already provided that once you present a forged certificate to INEC, that is the electoral umpire, you're not qualified to run. And by the document submitted to INEC by Tinubu, which we have certified, Tinubu presented to INEC his purported Chicago State University certificate that was issued to him in 1979. It has generated a lot of controversies. Atiku Abubakar went to US and approached the US court for discoveries to find out whether the purported certificate is genuine or not, whether it was issued by the school or not.
So in the findings, has it been confirmed whether or not the president attended that school?
It has not been confirmed.
It's based on the records.
It is very clear. Even during the proceedings, the lawyer to the school was asked, please, could you confirm the authenticity of this document Tinubu presented to INEC? He said that the school could not authenticate that certificate. And yesterday, in compliance to the order of Judge Nancy, the school released Tinubu's academic credentials to Atiku's lawyers. And what we have are certificates that were issued by Chicago State University between June 1979 and December 1979. And in all the certificates released by the school, none complies, or none is, there is no similarity between what Tinubu submitted to INEC.
So let's get it clearly. From the records shown and the records available to Ms. Atiku's lawyers, you are saying that it is different from what the President Bola Tinubu presented to INEC.
That's the truth.
What are the differences? What are the discrepancies on the document presented by the President to INEC and the one that was presented by the school? Is it in terms of dates?
Principally,
Yeah.
is the signatories on those.
The officials of the school who signed those documents.
Yes, that's the principal issue. The certificate released by the school has different names from the one Tinubu submitted. On the same date of June 22nd, 1979.
Does that tally with the argument in court that there was a loss of document and there was a reproduction of same?
Okay. Now, the names on Tinubu's certificates, it was found out that they were not even the employees of the university as at 1979. So, where did they now come to sign the certificate Tinubu is parading with?
Well, I mean, so if there was a loss of original document as at 1979 when he obtained it, and there is a position that that original was lost, and so we are going back to school to get another copy, wouldn't it be the person who is sitting there at the time?
As at the time the certificate was even reissued to him, those names were not in the employ of the school. They were not.
What about the date of the said graduation? Is there any discrepancy in those dates?
Very well, very well.
What are the discrepancies?
The certificate the university released yesterday has names of the school administrators that signed those certificates. So, if the school signed a certificate in June 1979, and there is a purported one by Tinubu that it was also issued in June 1979, and the signatories are not the same, what will you make out of it? It is forgery. Because our court said, for you to determine which document is forged and which one is not forged, that you will not bring out the one that is believed to be original and the one that is purported to be forged. When you now look at the two documents, you'll be able to find out which one is genuine and which one is not genuine. From what the school released yesterday, there are discrepancies on the names of the school administrators that signed the one they released and the one Tinubu is purported to have obtained from the school.
Do you also discover or notice any sort of difference in terms of the font of the letters or the form of the certificate as presented by the president and the one that has been released, if you make a comparison?
Very, very well.
What did you discover?
The difference is very clear. The fonts are different. The signatures are different. The names are different.
What about the dates? You said there are also different in dates in the months of and the date of issuance.
The date of issuance, what they have, they released several certificates. Some bearing 22nd June 1979, some bearing some dates in April 1979, some bearing some dates in December 1979. But in all that, you will see that the names on those certificates they released are quite different from the names on Tinubu's certificate.
So, in all of this, I'd like to ask you, what is the major input as a lawyer who understands issues of jurisdiction? What comes out to you as the meat or in the pursuit of Mr. Atiku Abubakar and his lawyers in the foray to the United States?
Mr. Shehu, our law is very clear. If you present a forged certificate to the electoral umpire, that is INEC, you are not qualified to run.
You quoted section 137J, which says a person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if he has presented a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission. That is